get up in this thing. Let's go. Put your city and state in the chat right now. Put your city and state in the chat right now. Free Game Show Network. Big Dog Chico Sports Talk. Let's go.
South Virginia, ATA, Cedar Park, Texas, VA.
Let's go.
Grand Junction, Colorado.
And we got a show for him tonight,
Yeah. St. Louis.
UNK and Chico live. Shouts out to Phillip Dukes.
Memphis 1039. Hold on to PAT.
Let's go.
I ain't even gonna let the beat drop. They hear that sound, they know what time it is.
Bounce around up in this.
Yes, sir.
Everybody in the chat, let's go, baby. Join the party, join the conversation right now. Let's go.
Live and direct.
American Samoa up in this thing. All my Usos out there, baby. Let's go. Let's get it in. Great Court, South Carolina.
With UNK Big Dog Chico.
Oklahoma City up in this bit now, yeah. Let's go.
Great Court, South Carolina. Great Court sound like a project.
Another one.
It's a what?
It's another one, baby.
All right.
It's another one.
We got Deuce the Scoop coming on.
Live with UNK Big Dog.
It's Thursday, baby.
UNK Big Dog.
It's Thursday, baby.
UNK Big Dog. So
come on now, dog.
Latonia,
Chico.
That Thonia Georgia up in this thing?
Yeah, I synced him. I had
already. Shouts out to my dog.
John Pink, you go ahead and crib walk. You go ahead and sea walk, baby. The beat. We'll bring the beat back to you to sea walk.
You know what I'm saying? Who's sea walking out there?
John
bring
Pink.
it back for him.
Yeah, bring it.
I ain't even let the beat drop.
Let's go.
They hear that sound, they know what
time it is. Bring our dog up in here. Ride on him.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Ride on him.
Sometimes, man, you just get the well.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Time out. Uncle Lily, you see walking over there?
The beat drop. They hear that sound, they know what time it is.
I need to get a camera down on the floor, baby.
Yes, sir. UNK Chico.
Yeah.
Get ready for it.
Live and direct.
That's how we do it.
Nashville, Missouri now.
California in the building.
With UNK Big Dog Chico.
ATL up in here.
Chico, stop it.
Oh, did you say stop the beat? All right,
it's another one.
We gotta.
It's another one, baby.
I just can't stop the beat
It's
like that,
another
can
one.
I?
Another live.
I got to tell the chat. First of all, let me set the stage. Y'all know UNK and Chico is Sunday nights, but we have decided to add a live Thursday night show. And you know, if we're gonna do something for the first time, we got to have our man Duke the Scoop on as the special guest for the first time.
That's right.
But before we get into all that, Chico, Michael Jackson said you got to start with the man in the mirror.
All right.
And you got to ask him to change his ways. And I have to look at the man in the mirror, and I got to tell the chat that old uncle's wrong about the sound man.
Oh.
The sound man has got his shit together. I haven't decided the sound man is going to get an L or a D on his jersey for leader or dog, but he is emerging. Okay. He is emerging as a vital part of this team and organization. Shout out to the sound man. I just had to say that.
Shout out to the sound man. Y'all make some noise for the sound man over there doing this thing.
From walk on the scholarship.
Walk on the scholarship. Appreciate you. We appreciate you out there. I've been working with him in the trenches, in the training. I've been seeing how Duke's been working with young Cam out there, you know what I mean? Running them hills, catching them passes. I said, you know what? I got to do something with the sound man.
Yeah.
Sound man deserve it. So I put him out there, gave him a
hold on, John Pink in the chat talking about sound man need a raise. We ain't said all that now.
You say all that now.
Slow down. Let's let it get his feet under him. We'll see.
Okay,
first of all, sound man, it's hard to get a raise when you ain't getting paid at all. So we got to first we've got to first get him on the payroll.
Manual sound man, he ain't lying. I lost my
Big
he ain't
dog
lying sound effects for this week.
Big dog Chico, man. We just got to welcome the people into Thursday night live. No
Yes,
agenda,
indeed.
but to have a good time and just kick the ballistics and talk about what's going on in the world.
That's
and
right.
we got our man Dukes, the Scoop. Phillip Dukes is in the building. Scoop, how you making, bro?
Oh, no.
Man, I'm good, man. Blessed, man. Blessed. I can't complain at all. Happy.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. You
hey,
see,
I got a lag.
No, it ain't bad. You know, it's right there. It's a slight little lag.
Y'all let us know in the chat right now.
Look, I'm gonna leave out and come back.
The door's always open. You know what to do.
I bet. All
right, y'all got to realize we really connecting from cross country for real, from Hawaii to Colorado to Atlanta, Georgia area, man. That's crazy. So we really connecting. So shout out to everybody out there listening in. We appreciate you guys. You know what I mean? Gunshots for y'all out there. You know what I mean? Let's see who checking in for us in the city, in the chat over here. Should I say H-Town in the building?
H-Town, Houston.
Shout out to all the sweet noops out there. They said your boy. Who else we got?
I see my man Albert Hawkins Jr.'s in the building. Good friend, good brother, good attorney, my attorney. The baddest boys out there. Sound man, rock the thing. How D? We appreciate you, brother.
We appreciate you checking in for sure.
Hey,
all
man,
the attorneys out there. Hey, we got slots for attorneys too now. You know what I mean?
Let me tell you something, Chico.
Talk to me.
You're a bad boy when they make a movie about you. Hal D done had a movie made about him. Yeah, real talk.
Who you said had a movie made? Who?
My man in the chat, Albert Dawkins Jr. They had a movie made about him, man.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
You gotta put us up on game,
man. I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna have him on. Let's look. I'm gonna reach out to Hal. We're gonna have him on and talk about his legal case that changed the way the law was practiced and cases were settled and juries were awarded, starting right there in Mississippi, man. Hal D, a big boy, baby.
I like that. I want to hear about. I want to know more about that. I like to, learn some good stuff like that. You know,
we got back to back Cleveland, Ohio, and then Cleveland, Mississippi in the house, back to back.
I'm looking at the chat just in case y'all want. We got Chicago up in here, San Diego, Cleveland, Mississippi, Cleveland, Ohio. Once again, like Unc just said, my last name Cleveland. I used to tell people in the kindergarten, my granddad built that city. For real?
Well, I tell you what. You started lying early. You started lying early.
I set myself up for it. I set myself up for it.
Y'all remember when I told you me and Chico got together and he was stealing from me. He stole from me the other day again.
Look. Hey, I'll show y'all this. Unc posted something. He didn't even know it came from me.
No, I seen it.
You seen it?
Yeah.
You probably knew it came from me. Like, forget it.
I told Chico he was Ice Cube, Jack was baby. He don't get me down with his crew. Jack
yours too.
Jack you too.
Aggregating. That's what I'm talking about. Maryland, shout out to Maryland, Colorado love. Yo, just in case y'all know, y'all tuning in right now, this is Thursday Night Live. You know what I mean? Y'all usually see us on Sunday Night Live, but this is Thursday Night Live. We can do it any night live, but it's Unc and Chico right here live on your TV screens, on your YouTube, on your phone, whatever it is, however it is you're checking in. We appreciate you checking in with us. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button on both channels. Actually, we're on 3 channels tonight because we're on Big Dog Chico, of course, my channel, of course, the pregame show channel, and also, let me turn my do not disturb on, and also Dukes the Scoops channel. Check that out also. His channel is rising really fast, just started. And we've been talking about this, just doing everything and doing as much as we can independently. You know what I mean? Y'all see my stuff right there just fell. It's all good. But doing what we can independently, as I fixed that back there. My green screen just fell. I had to come out here to the garage tonight. But doing it independently, as y'all see right here. So shout out to everybody. I think Dukes will be back in a minute. Unc got his Marvin Gaye hat on tonight.
I got my Marvin Gaye hat on. I got my Muhammad Ali shirt on because it's only the best for the best, and we're gonna be talking about the best, and we're gonna leave the rest to the rest. Chico, we might as well get on into this thing, man. Look, I might be the biggest Dallas Cowboy fan that you ever met or seen.
Okay.
And even having said that, people know they'll take some stuff and run with it, won't they?
Talk to me. I think I know where you're going with this, but
I'm just saying, all the rumors, all of the innuendo that Coach Prime is leaving because he had a phone conversation with Jerry Jones. A phone conversation that, frankly, if he didn't want you to know he had it, he didn't have to tell you he had it.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Surrounding me every day.
Chico, let me tell you a quick story.
Stop my pay. Talk to me.
Man, I was at Jackson State sitting in Coach Prime's office and interviewing him. And he had a phone on his desk, and phone just kept ringing.
Mm-hmm.
And finally said, "Man, let me get this phone. You know, pause the tape. Let me get this phone and see who this is." He answered the phone, and it was Jerry Jones. And Jerry Jones was calling him to ask him which cornerbacks they should be looking at the draft. This was spring of 2021. Which cornerbacks they should be looking to draft. Jerry Jones can call Deion Sanders right now, tomorrow, last night. I mean, they know each other. They're personal friends. And that could all happen without a job being offered.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you that Sunday and Monday, when I was with Coach Prime, meeting with him, the stuff we were talking about, the things he was planning, the staff changes, all those kind of things. Right. It ain't the stuff. It ain't the kind of stuff that's taking place as a guy that's packing his luggage. Let me put it to you that way. Gotcha. Having said that, it's probably about time for the school to get a contract in front of him. He'll sign.
Well, that's what I said too. I said a lot of this stuff when we out there, if there was a contract extension on the table, and it probably would be signed by now, you know, and none of this stuff would be out there. So, if anything, it's probably running that price up a little bit more, you know, at the end of the day. So, you know, we'll see what happens. But I think he'll be right there in Colorado, because I think for now that's the best situation and fit for him, and he has to see how far he can take this after, you know, having the success he's had, you know, at Jackson State and now at Colorado. And now he's sitting pretty, and him being a competitor, I can only think that he's thinking like, what can I do now? You know, when my son's not here, with the opportunity I have to bring in these guys in the transfer portal in different classes in high school. Mm-hmm. Let's see what I could do with this class and with this new crop of guys. And it's just a different challenge, I think, that he's willing to take on. And, you know, that's only going to, you know, just bring out that competitive fire in him. I think he's just going to continue to build his staff around him. That's going to continue to, you know, nourish and flourish with these guys that he's bringing in. Here's Duke Scoop coming right back now.
And when you look at, oh man, you in real time too. You Speedy Gonzalez over there.
Yeah.
When you look at the byproduct of a price going up, Chico, as you said, there is no price for this man. What he brings to any organization, what he makes happen in an organization, you absolutely cannot. No one can afford to pay him what he's worth. And so there's really not a situation that can happen. I do understand from a market standpoint, for instance, when the coach from Indiana signed his deal and Arizona State signed theirs, it's called resetting the market, that you reach another floor, if you will, that, okay, we know we're going to be above this. Right. But as it relates to how do you calculate what a guy like Deion Sanders brings to your table, let's look at Colorado. 50% increase in enrollment applications, games sold out, 400% increase merchandise sales, hotels, restaurants, you know, full on game weekends. The only team in college football with every game on national TV. You know, by the time you put a price on all of that, I imagine there'd probably be laws in the state of Colorado about you being able to pay somebody that much for that long. Because I know I'm coming from Mississippi in the public sector. There is a limit on how long you can even do a contract for, and there's limits on funding. So he's outside the stratosphere when it comes to that kind of thing. But that aside, when you look at what he's meant to Colorado, surely Colorado, you know, would want to and need to get that deal done. And as Scarlett just said, that pay that man. But one thing that people in this fan base got to realize, and then I want to say something as a friend of his, people in his fan base got to realize he's going to always be sought after. He's going to always be talked about. He's going to always be in the mentions of somebody else wanting him. because they understand what he can do and has done for organizations. Having said that, I do consider him a friend, and I do understand that that's mutual because he's told me so. I want what's best for him. Period. I'm not going to sit here and advocate for him to go to the Dallas Cowboys or advocate for him to stay in Colorado. I literally want what's best for him, and only he and his Lord know what's best for him. And so at the end of the day, should a job, a contract, a job offer be for the NFL, it's going to be up to him to decide what he wants to do. But some folks are just selfish, man. Some people want him where they want him because of what it does for them.
Yeah.
Man, Coach, you take the best opportunity that works for you and your family and your soul, and you sleeping tonight and having an impact. Period. Deuce is back with us, and he is moving. Move for me, Deuce. Let me see. Oh yeah. No lag there, baby. The devil tried it. Ain't no lag here.
No
Dude,
lag.
Cooking with grease, baby. I had to restart that thing. Y'all put too much heat on the computer.
Dude, you had a conversation today with Coach Prime. And I know people, we're right now, we're live on all 3 channels, on Big Dog Chico, on the Pregame Network, as well as Deuce Scoop channel. But he dropped something right before we went live where y'all can go. Make sure you watch that after this broadcast and about his conversation with Coach Prime today. Deuce Scoop, floor is yours, baby. What you got? What updates you got?
Man, I would just say, man, when I talked to Coach earlier, funny thing is every time I talk to Coach, some kind of way you come up. It ain't no Neely gonna come up. That's his dog now. Like, that's Ace Boone Coon. But now when I talked to him, man, everything was about Colorado. It was about the players that were coming in. It was learning styles. It was how excited he is about some of the size that he brought in. How excited he was to strategy changes, what he's going to be able to do differently, some things that he may not have been able to do last year that he can do this year. Excited to be able to coach without like Shadur and Shiloh there, a challenge, right? Yeah. Something different. Man, and to be honest, man, the overarching thing that he talked about the most when we talked today was that 3.0 GPA for the football team and what it really means. It's setting the standard for college football, Power 5 football across the board.
Sound man, we need some applause right there, baby.
I was just about to eat
that. Yeah, he was so excited about that 3.0. And I would say the next thing that he was probably most excited about was going to be it was a 3.0. And dang, I had one more I was going to say. It'll come to me in a minute. But listen, everything was Colorado.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? The other thing was him teaching that class on campus in the spring. That was it.
He loved it.
He was talking about teaching that class. He said, man, dude, I don't know if you know this, but you know I'm finna go teach, right? I said, all right, coach, yeah. And he said, no, I'm serious. Like, I got a class. I'm going to be an on-campus professor in the spring. I said, damn, coach, I ain't know that. He said, yeah, man. He said, check me out. Check my resume. I'm him now.
Yeah, he did one last year, on the Prime Effect in one of the marketing communication classes. And I got to be an adjunct professor with him a couple of nights, as did Darius and Bucky. So looking forward to that, back in the spring. But Dukes, you have hit it, man, on the head, because Sunday staff meeting. Now let me start there. Sunday staff meeting. I've been around this guy when he knew he was leaving. Okay, let me paint that, frame that narrative. I've seen this guy in a space when he knew the clock is winding down. I got to finish some things here, but I'm also headed somewhere. This guy didn't walk into a staff meeting. He didn't make the challenges to his staff. He didn't set forth an agenda for this season as a guy that's going somewhere. He was firmly where his feet are planted. And same thing when we met after the meeting. Dukes, you've been there. You've been in his office. We always had that meeting after the meeting. Same thing. Same thing. Like, there was no man, I had to tell those guys that, but I'm looking at this or looking at that. No, everything was about, dog, what do we have to do differently to win the Big 12 championship? Not go play in it, because last year's goal was get Miss Peggy to a bowl game. This year's goal is to win the Big 12 championship and thereby being the CFP. That's all he was discussing. Like, It wasn't no like, hey man, you know who you think I should recommend to Rick to replace me if I don't stay. Man, he ain't talking like that. And he understands his phone is gonna ring, and because of relationships, he's gonna answer the phone.
Yeah.
But some people panic, I think, by way of their insecurities and uncertainties, that when the phone rings, he answers like, oh, that means he leaving. That's not what that means. But should it become that, Dukes? Why would we hate it? Because let me explore this with you before you make your point.
Okay.
What would it mean for black coaches, black America, for a Deion Sanders to be the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys? Let's not sit here and act like that's a bad thing.
Man.
So for the fact that you have a head coach at your college that is so attractive that the phone would ring for him to go and lead the most valuable sports franchise on the face of the planet, how you mad at that?
Yeah.
And not only lead that most valuable franchise, but how do you add value to the most valuable? That's a very small list of people that can add value to the most valuable. What did Jay-Z say about number one that time? How you gonna go over number one?
Yeah.
There is none.
Yeah, Deion said, I'm just going, hey, I'm gonna add to add value to that, what it means for African American coaches. When you look at the short leash that these type of coaches get that look like us, just to keep it a buck, you have to, there are certain things that you have to do. There are certain things that you have to make sure are taken care of, because when you look at the 1 year coaches demographic, when you say the 30% of 1 year, like when you look at the disparity between the percentages of black coaches that get fired in their first year versus the total volume of coaches in the NFL that are African American, the disparity is too wide for you to ignore. And I think that's something that Coach Prime will not ignore. And all of this goes into saying, like you said, would it be good? Absolutely. So you said something on one of our shows about a week ago, and you said it ain't just about Coach Prime and where he is. It's about how many people can see him spreading the good word of God. How many people can see him on a stage where he can give the glory to God, where he can go back and say, hey, y'all think it's me, but it ain't me, it's him. Okay, so just so you know, yeah, I'm him, but he him. And that's what I think that he wants. That's the most important thing to him. So if he were to move, it would have to be something like that. But outside of that, you right.
And dog, you nailed it, because people they be hearing Coach Prime, but they don't be listening to him. And it's like in that sit down I did with him, you know, people try to make assumptions about what he's gonna do in situations, and they always get it wrong, because they're making assumptions based on their life and their priorities, not understanding his priorities ain't money. His priorities is peace in his life, sleeping at night, and leading people to a better path. And one thing he has said to me and privately and said to the world publicly, hey man, God has always called me to a bigger platform where I can make the biggest visible difference and lead people to him. He said, I didn't know it at the time. I always thought like, man, God, what's happening in my life? I'm one of the greatest athletes, but all the other greats get to stay on one team where they retire. You just been moving me all around. And that's the point, because you have a greater impact like that. So I'm telling the world that if he has that kind of calling again, what better damn platform than to take a struggling franchise that ain't won a championship since I left college, left Jackson State, and do what he's done at Jackson State, at Colorado, in every aspect of his life. So having said that, I'm not one of those people that's mad if this happens. I would be happy for him as a friend, but I also say as a friend and as a liaison on his behalf to external media, no, he ain't looking like he's going nowhere.
Yeah.
He ain't walking through the building, Chico, like he got a bag packed.
But that goes to answer your question, Dukes. You said, how do you bring value to the most valuable franchise? And I think Neely answered it just by answering that by saying, this is a struggling franchise. How do you bring value? Win. If he can win, if the Cowboys turn into a winner, now you go from 10 billion to who knows how many billion, you know? So, hey, we'll see. I just think that the timing is going to be right. And I'll just put it out there. I said it early on my live stream. I think the timing going to be right when Dak Prescott is not the quarterback. And nothing bad against Dak, but his contract, I think, is going to, kind of stifle anything for trying to bring Coach Prime there and get Shador there at the same time. You got to wait. Dak is gone, and we'll see what Coach Prime can do also at Colorado right now with the team that he's building. I think he's set up to do some great things. So I'm looking forward to that.
One of the things we losing focus on, Dukes, we being the fan base, and I want to get your feedback on it. I understand Jerry Jones a bad boy. Don't get me wrong. Like you buy something for $100 million, turn it to $10 billion, you're a bad boy. Forget how many you're a bad boy. Having said that, for what people are saying to work, the Titans or somebody got to make a deal with him. This ain't just his call. This is not like he can just say, "Hey, everybody sit down," and I don't nobody pick Shador to I pick it. Like, no, you got to move up because Shador is going to be in the top 5 regardless of all these experts about Prime going to Colorado. So let's piecemeal this thing together. Let's put this puzzle, Deuce, and I want to hear your thoughts on it. Okay. If Coach Prime is saying, "I will go to the NFL to coach my sons," plural, direct quote, that means if the Cowboys were to have a chance of getting Coach Prime, they have to have to position themselves to get the sons. Okay. You got to trade up to get Shador in the first round, and then you got to hope somebody don't screw you over and grab Shiloh just to stick it to you in the second round.
If you're a team that has one of those higher picks who needs a quarterback, would you take Dak Prescott right now?
Yeah, but here's the thing, Chico. You absolutely would, but because you know what's at stake, because you know what the domino effect of what they're trying to accomplish,
they'll try to block that.
They're going to stick you up.
Yeah.
Man, you got to give me Dak. You got to give me Michael Parsons and next year's second round pick before I even consider this offer, Jerry.
And guess
what?
I
know what you're trying to do. I know how bad you want it. And so I'm going to overcharge you.
As a businessman, I'll actually look at that and I'll say, okay, I'm getting rid of Michael Parsons' contract and I'm getting rid of Dak Prescott's contract, and I'm starting fresh with something that I know is going to make some money. I got Shador Sanders, I got Coach Prime, and I got Shiloh Sanders here in the Cowboys uniform. I'll trade for that. Okay, hell, we ain't been winning with these guys anyway. I'm overpaying them right now.
You would do that. I hear you. But then you got to sit down with Dak and get him to agree to give up his no trade clause.
Yeah, you got to do that. Yeah. But you know,
I'm saying all that to say, Dukes, I'm gonna show the list. This ain't all on Jerry Jones. This ain't all on Jerry Jones.
No, it ain't all Jerry Jones.
It's a lot there, right? Because and this is another point that I thought
throw the whole team away.
When people see folks that you may be interested in a certain type of whatever the object is, people who have similar objects look at the market. Well, he's selling to this guy. I wonder how they would like what I have to sell. So if you don't think the Tennessee Titans are taking their notes, if you don't think the Oakland Raiders are sitting back taking notes to every quote that comes out from Adam Schefter or Ed Werder, two of the most prominent reporters in broadcast media, that they're saying they're of all this interest that Coach Prime would have, the other teams are looking at this as well. And this is why I said there has to be a sense of urgency to get this done sooner than later, because Coach Prime cannot be blind to the truth. And the truth of the matter right now is he's a highly sought after commodity on more than the college football level.
Absolutely.
So with that being said, that's just now. Now think about this. Now this is something that ain't nobody else that we ain't talking about yet just because of where we are.
Okay.
Looking at the numbers from college football, you got two coaches in college football that have a national championship. We'll put them somewhere else, right? Kirby Smart, Dabo. 13. Okay. Kirby Smart, the highest paid coach in college football, $13 million. Dabo, 11.1. After that, Sark, 10.6, Lincoln Riley, 10. List goes on. Ryan Day, Norvell, DeBoer, everybody getting 10. These deals were signed before this year, the majority of them, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What do you think he would be worth in a brand new market going to another school? Throw the NFL away.
Yeah.
We just talking about being fair to the man.
Yeah.
Let's say, and this ain't got nothing. I ain't heard no rumors about him going nowhere. But what do you think? What do you think Florida State would be willing to pay for a Coach Prime to come? Or let's say Hugh Freeze don't win this year at Auburn. What you think Auburn would be willing to pay to have a winner that somebody else got to vet out the hard part to see if he could do it? See, all of these schools that he talked to before were interested, but they didn't have, and this is something that bodes well for Rick George of Colorado. They didn't have the you-know-whats to do it at the time.
Yeah.
So that gives Colorado a little bit. But you can't put all your eggs in that basket. No Diddy.
I think it's going to go back to what Uncle Neely was probably going to head to right now, is what Warren Sapp said on Wednesdays with Warren. Actually, it was live when we did it live with him. And that was, you got to pick your boss, and instead of picking your job. And I think it's about the situation. If I'm coming to Auburn for however X amount of money, am I going to have the correct amount of control, the right amount of control that I want? Am I going to be able to do what I want to do just like I did in Colorado? If not, then why should I leave? It's like a lateral move in certain aspects if Colorado comes with that bag the same way that any other school will come with the bag. Maybe it'll be, like Neely said previously, maybe it'll be back end loaded. You can work with me, dog. I'm still Coach Prime. If you're trying to say that I got that bag, well, okay, then let's negotiate then like I got that bag. And that'll be where you can keep me here. And for the long haul, I'll still get, at the end of the day, I'll still get what I'm worth. And I think they can do that if they come to the table.
Yeah, I think both of y'all are spot on, and Dukes, I'll start up with what you talked about and try to break it in parcels. When you look at the Kirby Smarts and the Dabos who have won a national championship, and their contracts have factored that in because their contracts were done before this season, and so they're at that 10.5 to 13 million range. Because now what Ashley Robinson had the balls to do, which made it, not saying that Rick George didn't have to have him too, but it made it not the risk that Jackson State took, because Jackson State took the unproven risk. It was a proven thing when Colorado took it. So shout out to Ashley Robinson and his due diligence and recognizing what Coach Prime could do for an organization in the program. And then Rick George seeing that, hey, if it worked there in Mississippi, it can work in Boulder. What you have now, though, is what my good friend Duke the Scoop often calls proof of concept. And now that we're no longer selling something on crowdfunding that we want people to believe in, you've actually seen it work. And you've seen the merchandise, and you've seen the being on TV revenue, and you've seen the instantly going back to a bowl game. You've seen all these things now. The price that a coach gets because he won a championship does not even compare to the price that a Deion Sanders could command. Because you said now that they got this money, they won the championships. That still didn't get them on TV every weekend. It still doesn't get them talked about on SportsCenter every day. It still doesn't get them on the Tonight Show and on Tubi. Like, that's still none of that. Deion Sanders is this unique thing that's also a coach, and that has to be factored into the cost of him being your coach. Dog, you talking just fair? 15 mil minimum.
Yeah.
If they got 13, again, we talking about the college coaching market, not NFL stuff. If the current highest paid is 13, and if Deion Sanders could take somebody from 1-12 to 9-4 in 2 seasons, dog, I'm sorry, that's 15, 10 years. That's $150 million deal.
Yeah.
That you're gonna make back in the first 2 years.
And ROI, when they talk about return on investment, you always want to know I'm so glad you said that because people say, well, how fast am I gonna make my money back, right?
Yeah.
That man said you're gonna get it back on 2 years. A 10-year on 2? Woo!
Coach, dig this. Dig this, y'all. Coach Prime's first year at Colorado, right? The 4-win season.
Yeah.
His first year at Colorado, things peaked up so much from a revenue standpoint that it was able to balance the athletic deficit from buying out the contracts of all the coaches you had to fire to make way for him to come in. So, like the first year, it didn't look profitable because everything he brought you went to fill up the hole. Now you're going into this year. It's like, dude, you straight and only getting more straight because of his presence.
Right.
It's a no-brainer. It's almost to me. Here's what I would do if I'm negotiating with Coach Prime. I'm giving that joker. I almost cuss. I'm giving that joker a fill in the blank contract. Like, I ain't finna negotiate with you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Here, after any sentence is a blank space, you write it in.
Right. Yeah.
Because I ain't got time to write down a number, then you come back with a number, then I come back. No, here you go.
Yeah.
You right. You fill it
Let's
out.
get it done.
Yeah, he might just write a number that's smaller than what you thought it was. You know, he might. You look at him like
knowing the Deion Sanders that dude, he would, because again, he understands. Hey man, what I'm worth is not in the bank right now.
Mm-hmm.
So let's backload this thing. Let's do some creative things. You know, I know I'm worth 14 a year. Give me 7 now, 7 when I leave.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So my real cost is only 7.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, coming from where I come from, Duke and Chico, you make $30,000 a year and go up to $45,000 a year, you can change some shit in your household.
When
you make $15 million a year and go up to 20, ain't nothing changing in your house.
Yeah.
Like so he understands. No, give it to me later. Back end it.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Larry said, "How much for one reel?
How much for one reel? I sure am hungry."
Man,
chat be ought to say. But speaking of the chat said, Deuce, when you stepped off, they said you went to eat that last piece of chicken.
Oh yeah, that Deuce when they got a piece of chicken. Somebody said Unc looked like he was in. So you look like you got some in your back pocket.
God bless the chat, man. I love the chat. I love the chat. Speaking of the chat, we got a couple super chats, man. Go ahead and put them up if you want to, Chico.
Super chat. Here we go. We got super chat right here.
For the big $9.99, Christian, appreciate the support and the love for all 3 of these platforms. Thank you for the Colorado Buffaloes Auntie Sweet Treat. I love me some sweet treat. Thank you, Lord, for Coach Prime. Makes it all happen. I trust Jesus. I trust Coach Prime. Hey, we all co-sign that.
Amen.
R-Dub CP. Y'all see it right there.
Yeah, I'm a blood. I don't know if y'all know. I'm blood gang. Blood of Jesus.
Yeah.
Amen.
Our main man, Reverend BJ Nelson, he always rocking with us, man. We appreciate the love. Reverend BJ, $5 super chat. CP is goodly but godly man. He moves by prayer no matter what Stephen A. Michael Irvin, Fox Sports, or us say. Man, damn straight. God don't take long to give direction, period. I love that, Reverend BJ. Appreciate you.
Irvin. I talked to my brother Prime. And you know, Prime told me, he said, don't tell anybody. I said, Prime, if you tell me, I gotta tell somebody, Prime. So I get on my TV show early in the morning. I say, hold on. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. But I say, Prime, I gotta tell somebody, Prime. So listen up. If Jerry Jones called Prime and he goes to the Dallas Cowboys, do you know Playmakers 88 is gonna have an overflow of people? Come on, Prime. Don't tell Michael Irvin anything else, Coach Prime.
Everybody got an interest, man. Everybody got interest. I mean, you look at how just discussing his name, I'm talking about on these national talk shows in the morning, like they love it. You know, they love what it's doing for their revenue. They love it. And they also know what's going to happen should the job be offered. Let's start there. Should he accept it? Let's start there. Should all the dominoes fall in place for it to work out? Let's start there. It'd be the most talked about thing in the world of sports for years to come.
Yeah.
Recognize that.
Deion Sanders evergreen content.
Evergreen
content.
Ding, ding.
It don't matter when you talk about it. He pops it like it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah. And I talk
no, Chico. Hell no, Chico. Go back.
What do you say?
Whenever somebody try to get on your ass, you try to go by real fast.
Which one? That one?
Chico's
I left it up there.
Doing
You
more
just read it slow. Oh, yeah, brother. Yeah, that's how Michael Irvin be on them shows in the morning. Mike be amped up, man. I've talked to my brother Prime. Prime said, Mike, don't say that. I said, Prime, I got to say something.
Right.
Now hold up, Chico. Let's walk through this thing. Let me ask you a couple questions, Chico. Do you know Coach Prime to be an intelligent man?
Of course.
Do you know that Coach Prime has known Michael Irvin a long time?
Of course.
Do you think Coach Prime, based on those two answers, would tell Michael Irvin something that he didn't want told?
Great point right there. Great point.
It's just like this whole phone call.
Yeah.
We have established that Jerry Jones knows Coach Prime. Like he can call him by the vacuum cleaner. He can call him by the DB. He can call him about the new turf at the crib.
Right.
The fact that we know that they talked, they want us to know. Hey, that's a good one. We talk about Samuel Jackson.
That's a great one.
I hear you, Reed. When Samuel L. Jackson robbed that McDowell's.
Okay, now who the hell is this ass? Oh, I warned you.
That mop and put him on.
Please refrain from it. Samuel L. Jackson. Man. You remember that? Yeah. I need to pull up a picture in a minute. As a matter of fact,
Rick and the Donuts need to step up. I heard that. Let's get this goes away. We get the deal done. But I want to forewarn everybody. You can get the deal done, and this don't go away because Coach Prime is still Coach Prime, and Coach Prime is such that dude that there's going to be somebody out there in the world that the buyout don't bother.
Whew.
So we can get the deal done and we can sleep at night that he's going to be the coach. But every time a new opportunity opens up, his name is going to continue to be top of the list, and we got to have him.
As it should, and it fits perfectly, just like that reference to Samuel L. Jackson fits absolutely perfectly.
Oh, man, you got to love the chat. You got to love the chat.
Say what? Who the hell is this?
It looks like he robbed
man. F you.
Oh
man, Woo. Samuel L. Jackson was old back then. That was an 88 when that movie came out, wasn't it?
Please refrain from using any further obscenities in the presence of these people.
There you go. I've warned you. I will be forced to thrash you. Hit him with a drop kick. And Daryl sitting over there in the corner with a cup of coffee.
With that curve.
Scared. All right, let's see. We got another super chat just came through. Hey, Jazzy. Dude's Cam name is Michael. What is that? Michael? Get names right? What are they trying to say right there? Unc, you great at deciphering words.
Jazz, you sent $8 more and I know what you're talking about.
My man Dukes to school.
$8 more. I figured out. I know what I'm trying to say. Well, I be calling Cam. I care for State Burr.
I got yeah.
They be like, it's Michael.
Okay.
Down here in the country, it's Michael, right? But in the country, when they talk about this kid, they be like, Michael. So that was excuse my language. A Jazzy, O Jazzy.
And guess what? You can listen to his mom explain that on Prime Parents. Type in Prime Parents and Cam Michael and Big Dog Chico, and it should come up. You heard me?
And I'm gonna tell you this. I met a lady a couple weeks ago, and I was back in Jackson. She introduced herself, last name Jenkins, and I said, "You mean Jenkins?" Mm-hmm. We from Mississippi. Ain't no Jenkins. It's Jenkins.
Jenkins.
She said, "No, it's with an E." I said, "Yeah, but it's pronounced with an A. It's Jenkins."
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like we don't say do your thing, we say do your thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do your thing.
Man, I ain't never seen a Kroger without an S on it.
Kroger's, baby. Kroger's.
No, come on, man. Stop playing.
Oh man, that's messed up. Say, Neely, are those blenders?
No, these blenders. He came out here. Let me tell you this. Neely ain't not only ain't got it. Neely still act like he ain't got it. I go to the gas station buy some shades in a minute. And wait, Chico, I ain't talking about in the gas station. I'm talking about the man outside the gas station.
Oh damn!
Yeah, I mean,
you supporting the locals
at the gas station.
You supporting the locals, dog. Oh yeah. Speaking of that, I meant to say shout out to Travis Hunter and the whole Young Money team and Adidas team that's out here in Hawaii right now for the Polynesian Bowl. They out here doing their thing. You know, I might run into them tonight. We'll see. Shout out to Boog and them, man. They down there living the good life. Y'all follow him on social media. You'll see on his Instagram and stuff like that. You'll see him out here chilling.
What's wrong with Hawaii, man? The chat said
Duke, in the chat.
Duke and Neely look like they want to go shoot dice in the alley. Come on, y'all.
Come on now, dog.
I mean, I have been on to shoot a dice or two.
Yeah, I told y'all if it's good, we'll laugh.
Yeah, for real.
Man, ain't nobody finna offend us. It's our show.
Right.
Ultimately, we get the last laugh.
Chico asks Duke, will you ever enter the coaching business?
No. Oh, the most coaching I'm gonna do for my little boy, man. That's it.
That's right.
I like what I do, man. Yeah, I coach him.
Hey y'all. So also, Travis just got what did he win? The top athlete in the Colorado. What is it? Colorado Sports Hall of Fame College Athlete of the Year, Travis Hunter. Shout out to Travis. Put a congratulations to Travis in the chat right now. I'll put a 12 in the chat right now for Travis Hunter. Once again, another award for the young fellow.
Go back one, Chico. I didn't get to read that one.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, well, in that sit down I did with him in his office, he talked about the budget. He talked about what he has accomplished without the budget, and he looked right into the camera and said, "Give me the money. If you think I did something now, give me the money." And he ain't talking about the money, him money. He talking about like recruiting budget, travel budget, increasing the coaches' salaries so you can attract more and better coaches as time goes on. You get that dude the money. Now, this is what he doing with nothing. And I guarantee, let me tell you this. Now, I do not know this, Duke. I do not know this, Chico. This is me having been around and around him. Two different things. If there's some back and forth going on, I bet you $100 to a donut, and I love donuts. I bet you $100 to a donut. Coach Prime is doing more negotiating for his assistant salaries than he is his own.
Yeah, I would bet that. Shout out to him, man.
I bet you that.
Always looking out.
I bet you that. I bet you he's doing more fighting to increase the salaries, the line items for his coordinators and position coaches and even support staff people than he is his own.
I go for that.
Hey, Jazz, who you talking about? Hey, Jazz.
And that's why I say, if I were them, I would just give him a blank sheet of paper and let him fill it out. Yeah. You give us the number, we'll go find it.
I know that's right.
He ain't lying. Because you keep doing what you're doing, it's going to come to us. We ain't going to have to find it.
Ain't lose. We get a bag of T-shirts.
Straight up. Man, be so many people on the side of the roads, man. Once you coming into the game, selling T-shirts and knickknacks and patty wax and all this other stuff, and probably trying to blaze up a sack and sell a sack out there too, because they be on the side of the road, dog. They got a 21
pack. They got a 21 pack going.
Got a 21 pack going. Get your Royal Engagement T-shirts. Get your Royal Engagement T-shirts. They on the side of the road though, dog. But that shows you how he affects the economy. That's the prime effect for real, right there.
Absolutely, it is.
Yeah, absolutely, everybody eat.
The OYNs.
The money.
The OYNs. That's right.
Hey, y'all put it in the OYN. Y'all put it in the chat. What y'all? Any questions? Any comments? Y'all put it in the chat right now, man. We only been in here 49 minutes. It seemed like 14 minutes, but we've been addressing whatever y'all want to talk about.
Yeah, hit us with questions, man. You got the triumvirate. You got the trifecta. You got Big Dog Chico. You got Duke to Scoop. You got 3 different platforms working together. Ask away, baby. We here.
Hey, somebody said, "Hey, dude, we know you can't see, I see how you, what they said. They said something like, "We know you can't." I really can't, man. But I got some glasses on the way. I'm gonna go pick. Hopefully, I can get them tomorrow. Somebody said something about we see you squinting us. It said something. I couldn't really. It's funny because I couldn't make it out.
These words be small on these screens sometimes.
Yeah, they do. But speaking of, man, Glass House Optical, Stacey Marie, she got you.
Man,
if y'all need some medicine in your glasses.
Yeah,
that's what these right here come from. Right here, these are my blue blockers right here. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
keep the light.
You went back on blue blockers.
Blue blockers,
man. I said something in.
Had a super chat pop up, Chico. Lando B56.
Oh, now Lando B56, Coach Prime. All right, I see you.
Coach Prime is
he's definitely monetarily set.
Yeah, absolutely, man. He made that same argument at Jackson State. You know, and it was too little, too late, and I don't even think it was a sincere effort. Just frankly recounting history, but he has always said, man, you know, we got to get we got to get these coaches' salaries up, and he said the same thing here. You know that this ain't about me; it's about my whole team. Because one thing that he would say in front of people or say to you in private, you mess around and say I work for Coach Prime, he gonna cut you off and say you work with me.
Yeah, that's important. Duke, what you smiling at, Dukes?
Jazz is going in on me. Jazz, it's $2 more left, Jazz. We at 8. Yeah, we need them last 2, Jazz. I'm trying to get.
You got to pay the piper, Jazz.
Until then,
it's Dukes.
Until then, he ain't gonna pronounce it right.
Dukes from the land of the finesse. Y'all, you ain't gonna finesse him.
Jazz got to be a Michael. She a Michael. She a Michael. Yeah. Jazz, you got to come off this burner account, put the real name. You family now, that's over with. Matter of fact, Jazz, hit me on the DM. I'm bringing you to my show after this. Come on. Come on with
somebody put up a question and said, "Where's Coach Sapp?" Man, been texting him all week. Coach Sapp is good. I know y'all panic when you don't see certain people in the videos. He is still very much with the staff. He is taking care of some, NFL and Hall of Fame obligations and some warm Sapp obligations. You got to keep in mind when Coach Prime brought him on and structured that position to have another Hall of Famer in the building. Coach Sapp needed that the ability to still take care of his other obligations. So that's why you don't see him as like a full-time, coaching position. And so he's highly involved in the NFL Hall of Fame. He's highly involved in the NFLPA, highly involved with the Buccaneers and even at times the Raiders. So this is the time of year when he's taking care of those responsibilities. So don't think nothing crazy when you don't see Sapp in the building. Wednesdays with Warren is coming back in February. Coach Sapp is still a part of this organization.
Hey, I saw where somebody was asking you about if Phillip was there. And I know you gave the answer because you really wasn't looking if everybody was there. He was like, man, he could have went to the bathroom. But if you look on the footage, he was sitting right there in the front row.
Yeah, he was certainly in the front. I appreciate you bringing it up. I'll address it. He was certainly in the meeting before the meeting started. And somewhere between then and the meeting ended, he wasn't anymore. And as I said, that could have been simply, oh, man, let me go use the restroom, and then the door's closed. And one thing you ain't going to do is open that door while Coach Prime talking. It could have been that simple. It also could have been that maybe he's looking at the portal and somebody say, hey, dog, if you're going to get in the portal, you can't be in here. Who knows?
Who knows?
I do know this. Mate 2.0 was in there. I do know that. I'm looking around who here, not who not here.
Who was I saw a question up there earlier. Who was some of the newcomers that was there that stood out to you?
Man, the whole group stood out because I'm looking back to when that first team arrived and they just didn't look the part, because they looked small or didn't look confident in their body language. And so these guys have walked in the room as early enrollees, early transfers, and you can't tell from a body language standpoint that they haven't been there before. They stood up, introduced themselves with confidence, nobody looking down at the floor, nobody saying, well, I just hope, I'm here to just maybe try. Now, everybody stood up saying, man, I'm a dog. I want to become a bigger dog, and I want to win a championship. That's why I'm here. And so I love the swag across the board, and I love the way it passed the eyeball test. They look like, when you take whatever position they play, they look like they play that position. Yeah. And so that's what I felt. Dukes, what you think when you saw the new guys?
Man, I was just thinking that the guys that I expected to look good. Like I hadn't seen London Merritt in a long time. And I've been watching this kid grow up. And when I saw London the other day, I said, okay, I ain't seen him in person in a minute. It's been probably about 2 years since I see London in person. And when I saw him on that tape, I said, yeah, that's London. Like, and that's another solid 20 of good weight. And for a guy who's always been big, I was really impressed to see what IMG did for London. And not to take anything away from Woodward Academy where he came from in College Park, but man, please. But London Merritt looked good, man. I got to give a shout out to IMG for getting them boys ready. Alex McPherson, man, you could tell them IMG boys. Good.
Alex McPherson looked good too. Let me go ahead and pull this up so we can look at it also. I know we did it previously, but we're gonna pull this up.
Man.
We could talk through it as we see these guys. I like them the big defensive linemen. You will see them next too, but offensive line look good. These guys, you see the gray shirts, they were the offensive side, right? And the black shirts on the defensive side.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's correct. That's correct.
Look like a big guard right there. Another big guard right here. I would think. I don't know the names and faces all together right now. I know Big Mobile right there, Big Smitty at tackle. Then Gardenhire from big tackle.
Look at the size on these tight ends right here.
Yeah, McGill.
Look how long they
inside. This guy here can fly. Big Laser. Let me tell you about him. A lot of people look at him and say he don't look good. He don't look tough. I'm gonna tell you right quick. My back's still hurting right now from an arena ball. It was this big long white boy just like that. All you saw was this big pale white boy under his pants. He ain't wear no wristbands, no gloves, no nothing. Right? I'm like, I'm finna kick this white boy. White boy caught me slipping. I was running. Didn't have my head on a swivel. Bam! Blindside. I said, you know what? I'm not gonna take him lightly anymore. Just the way he looks, because he looked just like a created player that didn't get created yet.
Yeah, leave it right there while I say this, because I'm finna about to be stereotypical too. Sleep on a big white boy from East Tennessee. You want to?
If you want to, go ahead. Look at Jason Witten. Where he from?
Yeah. You feel me?
You're a big old boy like that, cornbread fed.
I mean, man, throwing bales of hay around, one on each shoulder.
Bales of hay.
Yeah, the tractor gets stuck, they pull it out. Come on, dog. Like,
What you using? My hands. Your hands.
And then you mess around and turn them over to a Coach Swayze and get them in a real strength and conditioning program.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Another one. Shout out to my guy Jordan Irvin, who played tight end with me also, who used to challenge me to a 40-yard race every day after practice. I said, man, I'm not gonna beat you, man. One day I went ahead and after practice went ahead and raced him. Tried to jog it out. White boy smoked me and ran all the way to the locker room with his hands up like this. I beat him. Told the whole locker room. I can't do nothing now.
Man.
The whole locker room know I just lost to him. So, you can't take these guys lightly, man. Trying to be stereotypical.
Don't do that. Like I said, man, as you seeing as roll across, man, they looked apart, man.
Yeah.
Looked apart.
Young
looking for this QB battle that's going to take place.
Yeah, it is. Salter, you got a senior, a proven senior, and you're going to have Juju, highly recruited. Young, he's extra young, though. He came out of high school in 2.5 years. So I think that put a little, of a non-type rush type attitude, I would think, as a coach, you would say, because he's so young. But if he come out there and really
2.0 right there,
senior, it's going to be something to see. Make 2.0. New mate. Put new mate in the chat one time.
New mate, baby.
How you think the competition going to play out, Duke?
I don't know, man. I think it's going to be different especially having a dedicated special teams coach, right? So you're gonna find out a lot about as we start to find out more about his personality, then we'll know more about how that competition to play out. So it's gonna be hard for me to say right now, but I'm interested to seeing what Coach Pollock's mentality is gonna be as far as what he wants on the field, and then I'll probably have maybe in the first couple of practices of spring I have a better idea.
Yeah,
I like that.
I like what Buchanan said right here too, and this is what Coach Prime been looking for a lot also.
Man.
You're going to get a lot of effort and a lot of touchbacks.
The touchbacks, that's going to be key.
You know what we call them now? We call them touch bucks. They're not touchbacks. Touch bucks. I want to see somebody run that thing back on us when it went 2 rows up in the stands. Run that one back.
Yeah.
Right.
Buchanan has a big leg. He can really Really
Big
kick
leg.
that ball.
What a third in the nation out of La Tech. I think was high as he reached. Come on, dog. We might have had 3 go in the end zone last year.
Yeah. Then you talking about a big fella right here out of your home state of Mississippi who played at Alabama. Right. Big Jaheim Otis. Duke, what he's gonna bring? What you think, Duke? Him paired up with Big Barnes,
man. Look,
McNeil.
Look at him, man. Listen,
Ooh, monster. Get off the bus first,
man. He's a monster. First of all, he looked about 30. He one of the kids that you got to check their birth certificate when they play Little League. Yeah, and he's gonna make you feel like he's too old to be playing with y'all. He look like an NFL player right now. He's definitely gonna bring that. He's gonna bring that UNK strength. He's not a YN. He's an ON. He's ready. I'm 1,000. Let me tell you something. This is my favorite addition because I saw him. Because if you good enough for Nick Saban, you good enough for me.
Damn right. Big Nick, let's get it, baby.
Look like he'll snatch that alternator out without a tool.
Look like he's gonna be asking people, do you eat your cornbread?
Come on, Larry.
Like, come on, Big Otis, man. Chef Carl gonna have everybody extra cornbread, man. You ain't gotta take my cornbread. I want your cornbread.
Come on, Larry. Larry will say, look like he smoked unfiltered Camels.
Y'all wrong.
No, that Larry Williams said that. I'm been reading
it. Big Jaheim, and you know he's young enough these days. Look, picture this, and Duke. Man's name is Jaheim, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's young enough to be named after the singer Jaheim. Am I lying?
Yeah. No, that's about right time,
That's crazy. We remember. I'm giving my age right now too. I remember when Jaheim used to be on BET.
Yeah.
Man, that song came out. That anything, whatever how that song was. Yeah, man. Hey, when that song came out, I might have been in my second year of college. Oh yeah, I remember that real well.
See what I'm saying, man? That's crazy. And this big old man, young fella right here, was born back then. Goodness gracious. But anyway, he gonna be taking some cornbread, and he got a tag team partner in Big Anquin Barnes, who's from Montgomery, Alabama. So just like UNK and I tag team, Alabama, Mississippi, them two should be tag teaming in that middle on that defense. Like, I can't wait to see it. Both of y'all get off the bus first.
Yeah, for sure.
Both of y'all. Damn right.
And the bus rock when they step off of
it. Yeah. Bus be relieved. Like, Then you got this guy right here. Reminds me of Warren Sapp. I think his name is Hudson, but short, stocky, kind of like Chidozie. I think he probably a couple inches taller than Chidozie, but this guy here is explosive in that middle right here. I can't wait to see what he brings also. But he looked well put together also. Look compact. Same way with these guys in the middle.
Gabriel White from SoCal. I'm here to bring the Big 12 championship.
Southern Cali.
My name is Alexander McPherson.
Look, dude, let me tell you something.
Hey,
let me tell y'all something.
I bet you're going to say the same thing I'm going to say.
I'm going to tell y'all something. That dude right there, he got to practice while we were in San Antonio. Grown ass man. Warren Sapp turned to me and said, man, when I polish him up, when I show him some tricks, you talk about just a brilliant piece of raw clay right now and still out there dominate. I mean, he was making some of our vets look silly. He showed up ready. That y'all remember McPherson? I don't know if his number is gonna change by the time we get to August, but y'all remember that name. He gonna make noise in the Big 12.
Well, I'll say this right here. Hopefully he has a long career, college and NFL. But either after or if it doesn't pan out, I'll be damned if he can't be in the WWE.
Oh yeah, he got wrestler,
actor, written all over this guy, man. Goodness gracious.
Oh yeah. And one thing people not realizing with that angle, you're not really able to tell how big some of these guys are. That kid is 6'6". Like,
yeah, I tell you, let me help y'all out. Smitty is standing up. Smitty is standing up, and that dude is he is head above Smitty, but he's just about head and shoulders above him.
Damn.
Right.
And Montrez Walker right there, I think he's listed at 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah, Trey's gonna be in there around about 6 feet, maybe a little over 6 at the most. But when you talk about when you talk about linebacker though, that man was born a linebacker. 1,000%. and he knows. What I love about Montrez is that he was one of the guys. He said, I knew I wasn't gonna be the fastest, so I had to study more. You're not gonna find a kid that could break down film better than him at no level. And the word on him has been his IQ since he was a baby. He didn't play with he played with Juju. He played with all of them. Like Montrez been that guy. And people forget he was committed to Michigan first, and then he came on over. Michigan.
Where?
Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan.
Yeah. I just want you to say it again for the chat in the back.
Yeah.
It's just like you said, somebody could play another player at Alabama. Somebody going to Michigan, and Michigan want them. I want them too.
Exactly. Yeah. And I can tell you like this from the eye test, and I've been in some rooms where you had to stand up and state your name and stuff, just like these guys are doing, and some guys just passed the eye test. Shout out to my guy Kenneth Hollis, who played at middle linebacker at LSU. We played in an all-star game together. He stood up and said his name. And whatever I said, whoever that dude is, wherever he came from, he gonna be a dog, and he proved to be a dog right there, and he looked just like Montrez right there.
Chico, you ain't no little guy by no means, but I bet you can't choke that joke with both hands. You see that neck?
Got that Mike Tyson neck on it. You can't choke that joke with both hands. Shout out to Montrez Walker, man. Shoot,
Trey Zilla.
Then you got Branch coming up next right here from Miami. Like a classic South Florida athlete, long, athletic,
twitchy.
You feel me? Twitchy. Yep, fast twitch guy. Sure, I can't wait to see what he can do back there too. Then you got your guy right here, London Merritt.
Oh yeah.
Got a Division I college football body already, dog.
Memphis,
Then Memphis 10. Another guy that passes the eye test for me, him and Merritt, and no nonsense, middle linebacker, what you want to see. I ain't here for the glitz or the glamour. I'm here to knock some heads off, take names, and get the hell on.
Man.
You feel me?
I'm here to make some plays, man.
Yeah.
Then Tawfiq right here. He headhunter also. It's gonna be my sleeper right here to me. Duke.
Okay.
Out of Jacksonville State, Alabama.
Yeah.
He's gonna be my sleeper right here. Sideline to sideline, fast linebacker. Who's my remember the guy? You're a Cowboys lover. Dexter Coakley.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Dexter Coakley. I'm saying that name right there.
Okay. All right.
Big shoes to fill, young fella.
Here to bring energy, passion, and make us better. My man, Colin Salter. I'm from Dallas, Texas. I'm here to compete.
Know anything about Salter? Went from TCU, Dukes.
Yeah, for sure, man. Salter, he had an injury, man. So he's like one of those more athletic guys. Now the injury kind of set him back. So the only reason he had to leave was just because his brother leaving. But they ain't want him to leave. When you talk about untapped potential, somebody who didn't get an opportunity to really show what they could do because of injury, the injury robbed them. But man, he reminds me of Brandon Hood, where it was like he didn't get everything he was supposed to get because of the injury that he had before he committed. So, he had a winding road, and I think that he just had that year, his freshman year in college. But I'm telling you, man, he won, like for sure.
Yeah.
Like big time high school
Cedar
football.
Hill too, right?
Yeah, big time high school, and he gonna hit some.
Gonna hit some. Look like it too.
Mm-hmm.
Look like a guy I played ball with named Nigel Eldridge. Looked like a linebacker. Another young Florida boy right here, DB. Ball. So, hey man, overall, that's why a lot of people are saying that look like Coach Prime has brought in a better crop of guys overall, and we should be excited about this team.
Yeah, I agree. I think the team got better. I'm not crazy. You lost Shedeur Sanders, once in a lifetime or once in a generation, 25-year player. You lost Travis Hunter, who you've never seen before and likely would never see again. Leadership and skill like Cameron Silver and Craig. I could go on and on. But the issue with the last team is, as Coach Prime's pointed out, you had great players, but then when you get down on the depth chart, there was a big gap between them and other players. What you have now is you have great players and you got good players, and now you don't just have a Travis Hunter taking one side of the field. You got four guys back there who play at a different level than most people their age, different understanding of the game, different work ethic. And so even with the absence of Travis, the defense in the secondary overall got better. It's the same thing in the receiving room. Even with the absence of Travis, Jimmy Horn Jr., Will Shepard, Jonte Wester, that room just totally damn reloaded, man. Sleep on Terrell Timmons if you want to. Sleep on Farrakhan if you want to. Sleep on Tulsa if you want to. Sleep on the kid from Metro Dallas, number one player in the state of Texas you want to.
Draylon Miller.
Draylon coming back. That room just totally
Marion
like that room is just totally reset, and from top to bottom is now a overall better room than it was.
Mm-hmm. The kid from Tulsa also. Did you name him? I forget his
name.
I
said Tulsa.
Yeah, Joe Williams, man. Now man, I'm telling you. And the craziest part about it is, I know they are not done.
Yeah,
they are not done, because in the spring, this is the good part about the spring when you go shopping. When you're in the Big 12 in the spring, you get to go shopping in the SEC, and the SEC can't shop. So any guy that leaves, they can't go SEC to SEC. Now, I'm not saying the SEC is the end all be all, but I am saying they do got some qualified athletes, and I know for a fact it's some guys with Colorado on their radar that if they spring don't go how it's supposed to go, they ain't got no problem sliding. And I think you definitely won't know how this roster really gonna look until after spring. That spring portal is gonna be good to Colorado. You can book it.
I totally agree. They're doing their homework now. Their portal opens end of this semester, and I'm gonna say this, dude. I'll say it. I know this year was an anomaly and different from what we expected, in the past couple of decades. But to me, the SEC still is the be all, end all, and they've proven it. They've proven it. You can say, "Oh, ain't nobody in the CFP right now." Well, okay, all right, ain't nobody in the Big 10 there either. Ain't nobody in the Big 12 there either. But when you look historically, what those programs in the SEC have meant to college football, and I say that to say same thing with a Coach Saban. When you get a guy from there to come to you, that means something. When you get a guy that was committed and accepted and wanted and desired by Michigan while Harbaugh was there, and now he wants to play for you, that means something.
Mm-hmm.
Who do we have at wide receiver that could take the top off of defense? Y'all got to look out for Cam Michael coming out. He's going to be the speedster, I think. Look out for him. Terrell Timmons has some speed.
Who said Cam
Farrakhan. Cam.
You said McHale, did you? Who? Cam
McHale? Yeah, Cam McHale.
Shout out to Jazzy.
Already. And Farrakhan, I think he can ball out
stop
too.
right here, because sometimes, man, stop. Please, put that back on the screen.
Which one?
The one with the call to be that one. Coach Cali Sports Talk. Let me talk directly to you.
Yes.
I did not damn say they the best.
All right. Don't be crazy.
Damn.
Damn.
Stop putting words in my mouth. I said the past 2 decades they have been the best.
Yeah.
Well, what football you watching in college?
None.
You know how dominant Georgia's been? Are they not in the SEC? Do you know how dominant Alabama's been? Are they not in the SEC?
Come on.
Damn.
Come on, now, dog.
In the words of Alonzo Harris, played by Denzel Washington on Training Day, damn, I need a beer.
Shots fired.
Hey, Coach Calisper, I'm just tripping, man. I ain't mad at nobody.
All right. Well, we appreciate that, man. Hey, y'all let us know who y'all think gonna be the ballers coming up this year. Colton Hood, I think he's gonna be a baller for sure. Y'all let us know in the chat right now. Get in the chat right now.
Somebody asked when the spring game is gonna be. April 19th. Saturday, April 19th.
And workouts start when?
Oh, well, the strength and conditioning right now this week has been quote unquote, volunteer. You're going to do your things when you can. Next week starts the structured workouts, offense going first, and defense. You get about 3 weeks into that, and then you can start having some PLP, player-led practices. And by the time you get to March, about March, first week of March, that's when spring ball starts. You get 15 practices, with the 15th being the spring game. And so this year, again, you're going to have spring break kind of in the middle of it, breaking it up. But it's football time in America, fellas.
We've already seen Caden Salter take the wide receivers out there and have some throwing. I think that was posted on one of the social media sites. So shout out to him. already taking that role. You know, that's big to go ahead and step up and do that right now with the receivers. You know, forge that
Super
bond.
chat just rolled in.
Super chat coming true.
Lando _ B56. Appreciate that 5 bones. More running back and tight end plays this year, man? Question mark. Got to happen. It's got to happen. No matter who this quarterback is in this quarterback battle, you know, you don't have Travis anymore. You don't have Shador to get you out of situations. We're going to have running back play and tight end play. Hey, Coach Cali Sports Star, I was just tripping, man. I'm an actor. I know how to act. Like, I ain't mad at you.
What y'all think about additions to the staff? I know they're asking about it. What y'all think about the additions to the staff that has happened? The new announcements with Coach Hilo, Coach Pollock, Coach Hageman, Coach Gunnar White, and so on. And also Coach Flea. Coach Flea is not there anymore.
Did a good sit down with Coach Gunnar White today, offensive line. That'll be dropping early next week. Everybody get to know him. I'm impressed with the staff shuffling, if you will. You know, from Pollock going to special teams. People are sleeping on Tommy Robinson. I mean, I asked DNVR guys the other day. I said, dude, who's the #1 rusher in NFL history? They were like Emmitt Smith. I said, y'all do know Tommy Robinson coached him, right? Coach running backs at LSU, at A&M in Texas. Like, people are asleep on what he's going to mean to that running back room. And I'm going to tell y'all something that Coach Prime said to the staff. Nobody get comfortable. Look around the table, look around the walls. If spring ball don't go right, we're going to make some more changes. Because our goal is, forget a bowl game, the goal is Big 12 championship and win it, and then win the CFP.
Period. Oh, he looked like he about 28. Say, Unc look like he about to do like this.
What? That be spoken that good dope. I love it though.
That's crazy.
Oh man! All right, we're gonna get ready to get up out of this thing in a minute or two. I think it's 10 o'clock over there on the East Coast right now with you, Dukes.
Should be on that.
No, about 11:20. Ain't too much.
About 11:20, man. Y'all ain't got nothing going on. What's the club still popping out there? People still go to the mansion, the compound. What they go to?
Mansion, man. Shout out to Felix Murray, man. The mansion.
Yeah, go ahead there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, you know what? I'm so out the loop, man. I don't know, man. I'm unked out.
Man, shout out to
hey, shout out to Larry. Shout out to Larry Williams. Shout out to Larry Williams, who said Unc looked like he's singing background for Anthony Hamilton.
Right.
Man.
Man, the chat ain't gonna never let you down.
Hey, chat. Unc look like for the next 30 seconds ago. Unc look like what?
Yeah, put it in there. Let's hear it. We're gonna close out with an Unc roast.
Unc look like.
Unc look like. ... All you got to say is what it is.
Unc look like he got.
Unc look like. We know.
Look like he got.
What you got? What y'all got?
Jimi Hendrix on the back of that shirt. If he's standing up, he got Jimi Hendrix on the back of that shirt. Unc look like he got a collection of Fat Albert comic books. The Hamilton, Dick Gregory, Unc giving raccoon by the
Big Red with his
y'all get up off my Unc, dog. Get up off Unc.
Marvin
Gaye, I like that. Air my feelings.
Say it look like Unc got a Marvin Gaye album in his back pocket.
Hey,
okay,
Dominique said E40. I was bumping E40 before we came on the show.
Oh, shouts out to 40 Water out there. You know what I mean? Earl Stevens. Get some Earl Stevens collection.
Hey, go back one. It said like he changed carburetors.
Oh, like he changed carburetors? For a 6-pack.
Hey man, shout out to Chris McCray for knowing how to fill carburetors.
No, that was great.
All right. Hey, good old Curly Deal. He look like he fixing mufflers in the front yard.
All right, Big T's. Big T's in the house.
Oh man, Pollock. Shout out to Coach Pollock once again, man. Congratulations. Unlike 40 Water.
40 Water.
That's a cool one.
I like T Money with a good one. Janky promoter. He looked like a janky promoter.
I think Ice Cube and them coming out with janky promoters too. I'd be damned if he ain't have on that Russell Red outfit.
Extra on Boondocks. 5%. Y'all crazy, man.
Like a 5%. Like a former Black Panther member. Red Fox and like he about to play Red Fox. Okay, all right, Bill Cosby.
All right now.
Because hey man,
But,
we appreciate y'all in the
Chico,
chat.
you can call them off now. All right,
All right, y'all leave a dog alone. Leave a dog alone. You're gone too far now, Big.
We got to get out of here. Deuce want to drop something live on his show. Hey, y'all be sure now. Y'all be sure to go to Duke's channel. Make sure you subscribe and all that. But he dropped a
channel on YouTube.
He dropped a show earlier about his conversation with Coach Prime today, a one-on-one conversation he had. So you make sure you go check that out after this. Be sure to subscribe to all 3 channels: Big Dog Chico, The Pregame Network, Deuce the Scoop. Subscribe to these. Turn that notification bell on. And while you're in here watching, hit that thumbs up, man. If you liked what you heard tonight, the 13th Disciple, they still going in. I love it. Disciple.
Get Duke that 10K subscribers ASAP. Let's see if y'all do that. What y'all waiting on? Let's see if y'all do that. Not right now, but right now. We appreciate y'all tuning in once again.
Let's say he knew your show was serious when you had no hat on.
Duke, you took the hat off, Duke?
Yeah, I took the hat off, man.
They took the hat off on there.
Yeah, man. Them folks, they were like, "What? Boy, you got hair for real?" I said, "Yeah, man. I got hair up here still, man. I got about a year or 2 left."
Already, you gonna leave us with a word like you normally do, Dukes? I know you can pull out your back
pocket. Last word,
quick, like.
Man, one thing about having a plan: if you don't know where you're going, any road to get you there.
I guess we can ride out on that one, man. Turn me up in the headphones. Let's get up in the Cadillac.
That sound, they know what time
let
it
the
is.
top down. Let's go, baby. Let's ride on. Ride on.
Yes, sir. UNK and Chico. Live and direct.
Another live with UNK and Big Dog Chico.
The coldest in the game. The coldest in the game. Put a fire emoji in the chat right now.
Another one.
Put a fire emoji in the chat right now while you're waiting for it. Let's go. Put a fire emoji upon the chat.
Another live.
Ready for it.
With UNK and Big Dog. With UNK and Big Dog. With UNK and Big Dog.
Right. So get ready for it.
UNK and Big Dog Chico.
Your body. We about it. We appreciate y'all joining. Y'all know what to do. Hit the like, subscribe, comment, all the other good stuff. We're gonna be up in about the same piece in the Middle East. Yeah, y'all.
Sound man's a mother.